Radioscope, the National Science Magazine program.
Hello listeners, welcome to National Science Magazine program Radioscope. Dear listeners, science is a system of knowledge about the physical, chemical and biological universe and the things that occur in it. It is an objective observation that explains the basic rules of nature. Another approach to defining science is the information gained through practice. Listeners, there are 4 primary divisions of science. Every branch is divided into many topics that encompass various fields of study such as chemistry, physics, arithmetic, astronomy, and so on. So listeners, let's go ahead. In today's edition of Radioscope, we will take you through various topics which include talk on National Space Day, father of chemical science, Praful Chandra Ray, father of Indian Green Revolution, M.S. Swaminathan, news highlights in the field of science and technology, and famous scientist born in this month who contributed significantly to the world. So let's begin with news highlights in the field of science and technology. Friends, number 1. Space is a disabling environment, says Dr. Farhan M. Asrar, a Canadian physician and researcher of South Asian origin. When we think of space exploration, we normally perceive regular humans or able-bodied people in space suits pirouetting in the void that is our universe. Dr. Asrar has been working towards changing this perception. His research throws light on how space exploration can empower persons with disabilities on Earth. This in itself is challenging the long-held belief that space exploration is only meant for able-bodied people and is opening the doors to inclusivity. Friends, the second news highlight for you. The technology of the SSLV will be transferred to the private industry for commercial flights. The smallest launch vehicle of the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, SSLV, in its third developmental flight on Friday, placed the EOS-08 and SR-0 satellites into a precise 475 km circular orbit. With this, the vehicle will be inducted into the Space Agency's fleet of operational launch vehicles. The technology of the vehicle, however, will be transferred to the private industry for commercial flights in bigger numbers. With this third flight of SSLV, we can declare that the development process is completed. We are in the process of transfer of technology to industries for serial production and launches of SSLV on a commercial basis. So, it is a great beginning for SSLV, said S. Somanathan, ISRO chairperson. Well, listeners, those were news highlights in the field of science and technology. We hope you enjoyed these science tidbits. Now, friends, we're going to talk about the scientists born in the month of August. So, let's talk about our first scientist born in the month of August. The first one, Prafulla Chandra Ray, was born on 2nd August 1861, known as father of chemical science. He was chemist, educationist, industrialist, and a philanthropist, founder of India's first pharmaceutical company. Ray made several contributions to the field of organic and inorganic chemistry. He discovered the stable compound mercurous nitrite in 1896 and established India's first research school of chemistry. Now let's move on to the second scientist born in the month of August. That's none other than M.S. Swaminathan. He was born on 7th August 1925. Known as the father of Indian Green Revolution, M.S. Swaminathan followed his vision of removing poverty and hunger from the world. During the Green Revolution, he initiated several programs under which high-yield varieties of wheat and rice seedlings were planted in the fields of poor farmers. He is a geneticist, an international administrator, and was placed among the top 20 most influential Asians by the Times magazine. Now, friends, let's move ahead to the third scientist. Truly an icon and a legendary, Vikram Sarabhai is widely remembered as the father of Indian space program. He pioneered nuclear power development and space research in India. Vikram Ambalal Sarabhai was born on 12th August 1919 in Ahmedabad and attended Gujarat College before moving to England to pursue his doctorate at Cambridge. Sarabhai, an institution builder by nature, founded the Physical Research Laboratory in Ahmedabad. Sarabhai's interests were diverse, and he was influential in establishing the Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, in 1962, at a time when the significance of a space agency in a country's development was being questioned. Sarabhai stood up and persuaded the Indian government to establish Indian Space Research Organization. Yes, you've got it right. That is ISRO. Today, ISRO has achieved significant milestones recently, propelling India's space growth engine to unprecedented heights. Now, friends, let's go on to the fourth scientist born in the month of August, Gabriel Lippmann. He was born on 16th August 1845. French physicist and inventor who invented the first color photographic plate. Lippmann's major inventions revolved around Lippmann color photography, integral 3D photography, and Lippmann electrometer. He found a way of reproducing colors by photography based on interference phenomenon and was the inventor of Kohlestat. So, friends, here we have just talked about the famous scientist born in the month of August. As you may know, the Government of India has recently declared August 23rd as National Space Day. In celebration of the first National Space Day, the Department of Space, Government of India, proposes to organize extensive nationwide celebrations in August 2024. The goal is to engage and inspire the youth of the nation regarding space technology and its applications. In this regard, let's listen to a talk on the topic
National Space Day, written and presented by academician Dr. Deepti Sidhaye. As directed by the United Nations in 2021, last month on 20th of July, we celebrated International Moon Day to commemorate the fact that on 20th July in 1969, for the first time in history, a human being set foot on the surface of the moon. Now this month, the Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, is gearing up to celebrate the country's first National Space Day. It will be celebrated on August 23. Now one might wonder, why has the date 23rd August been chosen as National Space Day? Well, let's travel back a little in time. The year was 2023. 15 years had passed since Chandrayaan-1, the country's first moon mission in 2008, had discovered the presence of water molecules on the parched lunar surface and had established that the moon has an atmosphere during daytime. 4 years had passed since the launch of Chandrayaan-2. In that lunar exploration program, the Vikram lander had attempted a lunar landing, but the lander had crashed due to a software error. But instead of getting disheartened and aborting the lunar exploration program, ISRO had successfully launched the follow-on mission Chandrayaan-3 on 14th of July 2023 from the Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota in India. It was launched atop the Medium Lift Launch Vehicle Mark III LVM-3 rocket. The three main objectives of Chandrayaan 3 were 1. To land safely on the moon surface, 2. To demonstrate rover operations, and 3. To perform scientific experiments. It was 23rd August 2023. The day for fulfillment of these objectives had arrived. The whole world was glued to television or computer screens in anticipation. The countdown had begun. The lander, which was called Vikram after ISRO founder Vikram Sarabhai, had begun its precarious descent, carrying within its belly the 26 kg rover named Pragyan, meaning wisdom in Sanskrit. Now, the lander's speed was gradually reduced from 1.68 km per second to almost zero, enabling it to make a soft landing on the lunar surface. At around 6 p.m. IST, that is Indian Standard Time, the Vikram lander from Chandrayaan 3 successfully touched down as planned. India had made history as its moon mission became the first to land in the lunar South Pole region. With this, India had joined an elite club of countries to achieve a soft landing on the moon. Celebrations broke out all across the country. India was literally on the moon, and that too at a location where no other country was able to reach so far. After this historical feat, it was officially declared that every year 23rd of August will be celebrated as National Space Day in order to honor the success of the historical Chandrayaan 3 mission, which achieved a safe and soft landing of the Vikram lander at the Shivashakti point and deployed the Pragyan rover on the lunar surface on August 23, 2023. Such is the significance of Mission Chandrayaan that the world has applauded it. It has been awarded World Space Award by International Astronautical Federation. While awarding it, the Federation said, Chandrayaan 3 mission by ISRO exemplifies the synergy of scientific curiosity and cost-effective engineering, symbolizing India's commitment to excellence and the vast potential that space exploration offers to humanity. Rapidly unveiling previously undiscovered facets of the moon's composition and geology, the mission stands as a global testament to innovation. How true are these words? Now, after getting to know the purpose of celebration of the National Space Day, let us get to know how the first ever National Space Day will be celebrated. The theme for this year's celebration is Touching Lives While Touching the Moon, India's Space Saga. This theme emphasizes the profound impact of space exploration on society and technology. A month-long campaign has been launched to highlight the remarkable achievements of India's space missions and to inspire the nation's youth. Various stakeholders have organized pan-India events to celebrate and engage the public. These events involve interactive exhibitions, quizzes, model-making competitions, moderated panel discussions with the panelists representing ministries, industry leaders, startups, and academic institutions to discuss various aspects of space exploration, especially with respect to its societal impact, the progress of private space activities, and related policy implementations. Companies such as the commercial arm of ISRO called New Space India Limited (NSIL), institutions such as Indian Institute of Space Science and Technology (IIST), SP Pune University from Pune are involved in conducting such programs in collaboration with ISRO. In an official program, comprehensive overview of the Indian space program would be taken. Significant announcements related to India's space achievements will be made. Models for new projects, including Chandrayaan 4 and others, will be unveiled. Truly, the National Space Day will help everyone recognize the significant achievements in space exploration and highlight advancements in space technology. This will, in turn, generate interest among students and enhance public awareness regarding the importance and benefits of space exploration in space science and technology, and the need for continued support and progress in this essential field. So, celebration of National Space Day on 23rd of August every year is going to be a source of inspiration for the future generations. Thank you. You were listening to a broadcast about National Space Day, written and presented by academician Dr. Deepti, Sidhaye.
This is just a glimpse of some of India's achievements in the field of space science. Chemistry is a scientific study of the properties and behavior of matter. It is a physical science within the natural sciences that studies the chemical elements that make up matter and compounds made of atoms, molecules, and ions, and their composition structure, properties, behavior, and the changes they undergo during reactions with other substances. So, let's listen to a talk on the topic.
The father of Indian chemistry, Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, written and presented by the academician Dr. Deepti, Sidhaye. To the youth of India, this volume is affectionately inscribed in the hope that its perusal may in some measures stimulate them to activities. Reads the dedication of the book Life and Experiences of a Bengali Chemist. This book is an autobiography of a genius called Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, or even fondly called as Sir P.C. Ray. In fact, Sir P.C. Ray is widely revered as the father of Indian chemistry, since he was a pioneer and figurehead of modern chemical research in India. Of course, multifaceted as he was, Sir P.C. Ray was not only an extraordinary scientist but also an outstanding teacher and educationist, a remarkable industrialist, a noteworthy literary figure, historian, as well as a philanthropist, and much more. Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray was born on 2nd of August 1861 in the village of Raruli, which is now in Bangladesh. His father, Harish Chandra Ray, was a landlord who loved learning, and he had built up an extensive library in his home. Prafulla's mother, Bhuban Bohini Devi, was well educated with liberal views. Prafulla excelled in his academic studies from an early age. He wanted to pursue his career in his favorite subject, chemistry. He dreamt of helping India become a leader in scientific innovation. In 1882, he won the prestigious Gilchrist Prize scholarship to the University of Edinburgh, where he went on to receive his Bachelor's of Science as well as Doctorate of Science degree. He received his Doctorate of Science, that is DSc degree, in 1887. He also received the Hope Prize for his thesis on conjugated sulfates of the copper-magnesium group, a study of isomorphous mixtures and molecular combinations. He returned to Calcutta in 1888 and became an assistant professor of chemistry at the Presidency College in Calcutta. As a professor, Ray was adored by his students. He established a research laboratory and slowly gathered a group of dedicated researcher students. He published around 150 research papers, many of them in renowned journals of his time. His work regarding the discovery of the stable compound mercurous nitrite in 1896 became very well known. He was a rare gem who understood the importance of application of research and hence established Bengal Chemical Works in 1892 with a small capital of rupees 700. This company initially produced herbal products and indigenous medicines. It flourished under Ray's management, and in 1901 it became a limited company named Bengal Chemical and Pharmaceutical Works Limited (BCPW). This was India's first pharmaceutical company. It expanded and became a leading producer of chemicals and medicine. Sir Ray's keen interest in ancient scriptures inspired him to publish the history of Hindu chemistry. This was published in 2 volumes in the years 1902 and 1908. These volumes were regarding the extensive knowledge of metallurgy and medicine in ancient India. In 1916, Sir Ray retired from President College and joined Calcutta University, where he worked for more than 20 years. He was elected as the Indian Science Congress President in 1920. Being a strong believer in utilizing science for society, he was a devoted rationalist and a social reformist, always in forefront to help people in natural calamities. Being a visionary, he pioneered industries such as Calcutta Pottery Works, the Bengal Enamel Works, National Tannery Works, and so on. This genius left for the heavenly abode on 16th of June 1944 at age 82. But his impact lives on. His influence on diverse fields, especially chemistry, is everlasting. You were listening to The Father of Indian Chemistry, Acharya Prafulla Chandra Ray, written and presented by Dr. Deepti, Sidhaye.
Talking about the Green Revolution. The Green Revolution was a period when the productivity of global agriculture increased drastically as a result of new advances. During this time period, new fertilizers and pesticides were created. Let's listen to a talk on the topic, Father of Indian Green Revolution, M.S. Swaminathan, by Dr. Ravindra Bansod, Associate Dean College of Agriculture, Kolhapur.
In the vast expanse of India's agricultural landscape, one name stands out as a beacon of change, innovation, and progress. Professor Mankombo Sambeshivam Swaminathan, only known as Father of Green Revolution in India. M.S. Swaminathan has left an indelible mark on the India's agriculture history. His life's work has not only transformed an agrarian sector but also significantly impacted the lives of millions of the farmers. He was born on 7th August 1925 in Kumbakonam, Tamil Nadu. M.S. Swaminathan exhibited early interest in agriculture, inspired by his father, Dr. M. Sambeshivam, who was a surgeon and an agriculturist. Swaminathan pursued his education at the prestigious Indian Agriculture Research Institute, commonly known as IARI, New Delhi. Here he earned a bachelor's degree in agriculture. His passion for advancing agricultural practices led him to Cambridge University in the United Kingdom. Here he obtained PhD in genetics. He has a lot of contributions in Green Revolution. That's why he was known as Father of Green Revolution. The Green Revolution, a period of rapid agricultural growth, owes much of its success in India to the visionary efforts of M.S. Swaminathan. In the 1960s, India faced severe food shortages, and Swaminathan, along with other scientists, worked relentlessly to develop high-yielding varieties of wheat and rice. These new varieties, combined with modern agricultural techniques, led to a significant increase in crop yields, ensuring food security for the nation. Swaminathan's role in the Green Revolution earned him international acclaim, and he became a symbol of agricultural innovation and development. What innovations he did in agriculture beside the Green Revolutions? M.S. Swaminathan's contributions extends beyond the Green Revolutions. He has been a champion of sustainable and eco-friendly agricultural practices. Swaminathan's emphasized the importance of integrated pest management, soil health, and water conservation also. His advocacy for agroecology and biodiversity conservation has been pivotal in promoting a holistic and balanced approach to the farming. Swaminathan's emphasis on sustainable agriculture has gained significance in the face of climate change challenges and the need for resilient farming systems. Apart from his scientific contribution, M.S. Swaminathan has played a crucial role in shaping agricultural policies at the national and even at the international levels. He served as the Director General of Indian Council of Agriculture Research (ICR) and the Principal Secretary for Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare in India. Swaminathan's policy recommendations have focused on providing the livelihoods of small and marginalized farmers, ensuring food security, and promoting inclusive agricultural growth. M.S. Swaminathan's influence extends globally, and he has been a tireless advocate for sustainable agriculture and food security on the international stage. He has served as the president of International Union for the Conservation of Nature. And unfortunately, we lost this big figure, eminent scientist and father of green revolutions in September 2023 last year.
You had just heard a talk on the topic Father of Indian Green Revolution, M.S. Swaminathan, by Dr. Ravindra Bansod, Associate Dean College of Agriculture, Kolhapur. Friends, the journey through the August edition of National Science Magazine, Radioscope, draws its curtains here. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed bringing it to you. Till we meet, it's goodbye and good night from us. You just heard National Science Magazine program Radioscope, narrated and scripted by Kalpana Madhyani, produced by Dhiraj, Kundlik, Kedari. This was a presentation by Akashvani Pune.
Radioscope, the National Science Magazine program.